I want to share something from my heart with you, something that has been slowly building inside me, something that feels too big to keep to myself any longer. Over these past weeks and months, I've found my mind returning to you again and again, not out of habit or nostalgia, but because when I think about what I truly want in my life, you are always there at the center of those thoughts. I've been reflecting deeply on our connection, our shared moments, and the feelings that have grown between us, and I realize now more than ever just how important you are to me. What I feel isn't momentary or fleeting, it's something that has taken root, something steady and full of depth. It's a longing for a future that doesn't just exist in imagination, but one that can be built brick by brick, day by day, with intention, love, and mutual understanding. When I picture the future, not just the immediate days or months ahead, but the long stretch of life that lies beyond, I don't see it in fragments. I see it as a whole, a tapestry woven with shared dreams, challenges faced together, quiet mornings, warm laughter, and moments of growth that carry us into something greater than what either of us could create alone. I see a lifetime of memories waiting to be formed, not the kind that fade quickly but the kind that stay with you, that shape you, that remind you why you chose each other. And in all those imagined moments, you are there, not as a possibility, but as the person I naturally envision standing beside me. I'm not focusing only on what's happening right now or the temporary ups and downs that can make life feel confusing. Instead, I'm looking steadily toward the long term, toward the kind of life I want to live and the kind of person I want to build it with. I imagine us creating a stable, loving home, a place filled with warmth, comfort, and safety, a place where each of us feels supported, valued, and understood. I imagine a partnership rooted in respect and trust, where both of us can grow, not just individually but together, each step strengthening the bond that keeps us connected. To me, you are not just someone I've cared for, you are someone who has touched me in a way that feels profound and rare. You are the person whose presence brings me a sense of completeness, the one whose voice calms me, whose laughter lifts me, whose absence I feel in a way that is impossible to ignore. You feel like my soulmate, not in the sense of perfection or fairy tale destiny, but in the way two people can genuinely complement each other, challenge each other, inspire each other, and still choose each other again and again. That is what I want with you, a love that is chosen, nurtured, and strengthened over a lifetime. This connection between us has awakened something deep inside me, something I didn't realize I was missing. It's a desire for a relationship that has meaning, depth, and longevity, something rooted in mutual care rather than impulse, something that grows not because it's easy but because it's worth it. I want a relationship where we can each be our truest selves, where our strengths uplift each other and our vulnerabilities are met with patience rather than judgment. I want us to nurture each other's dreams, to build a life where both of us feel seen and supported, where nothing, not distance, not time, not difficulty, can break what we've created together. I know I've been moving slowly, and I understand how that might have looked from your perspective. I know slow movement can feel like hesitation or uncertainty, and I never wanted to cause you confusion or doubt. But the truth is, my pace hasn't been because I'm unsure, it's because I'm deeply sure. My feelings for you haven't been quick sparks that burn out, they've been coals steadily growing warmer and more enduring with time. I haven't wanted to rush anything because I know what I want with you is lasting, not temporary. I want us to have a solid foundation, something real and resilient, not something that crumbles at the first sign of challenge. Rushing may feel good in the moment, but building something meaningful requires intention. It requires honesty, communication, patience, and readiness from both sides. When I finally take that step forward, fully, openly, wholeheartedly, it will be with absolute certainty. No hesitation. No second thoughts. No doubts about what we're choosing or why we're choosing it. I want that confidence for both of us, and that's why I've been moving with care. Even though it might seem like things have been stagnant, I want you to know that what feels like stillness on the outside has been anything but stagnation on the inside. I believe that sometimes the most important growth happens quietly, beneath the surface, long before anything becomes visible. I feel like something is aligning behind the scenes, within me, within life, within the rhythm of everything unfolding around us. It may not look like movement, but it is movement. It is the groundwork being laid for something stronger, healthier, and more beautiful than either of us might fully see right now. If you've ever doubted my feelings for you, I hope those doubts can begin to fade. What I feel hasn't weakened with time or distance, if anything, it has grown. Every memory we share brings clarity rather than confusion. Every thought of you reinforces what my heart has been trying to tell me, that you are someone special to me in a way I cannot dismiss, ignore, or replace. My love for you has deepened, expanded, and settled into something steady, something that feels undeniably real. Even though our communication has been limited, I want you to know that silence has not diluted anything I feel. Distance hasn't changed my heart. Time hasn't made me forget. In fact, the space between us has only highlighted just how important you are. Sometimes we realize the weight of someone's presence only when it becomes a memory we're longing to relive. That's what this distance has done for me. It has shown me the value of what we had and what we could still build together. You've brought changes into my life that I never expected. You've inspired me to grow, to reflect, to improve in ways that I didn't even know were necessary. You've helped me see parts of myself I might have ignored. You've awakened desires and hopes I didn't know were still within me. Loving you has transformed my world in ways that I struggle to fully describe. It has softened me, strengthened me, humbled me, and motivated me. It has made me realize how meaningful true connection can be. I know the silence between us has been painful. I feel the weight of it too, heavily, constantly. I miss you deeply. I miss the ease of our conversations, the comfort of knowing I could share my thoughts and feelings freely, the warmth in the way you listened and responded. Not being able to share those moments with you has been one of the hardest parts of this distance. It feels like carrying something heavy alone when I was used to carrying it with you. I long for the connection we had, not out of loneliness or fear, but because what we shared was genuine. And I am willing to take the risk of reaching out again, even if it means exposing parts of myself I've kept guarded. Remaining distant from you feels far more painful than anything I could face by being open and honest. The thought of continuing on as though you don't matter, or as though what we had wasn't real, is something I can't accept. I want to rebuild what we had, not exactly as it was, but in a stronger, healthier, more intentional form. Every day, thoughts of you surface. Thoughts of what we shared, what we lost, and what might still be possible. I find myself returning to memories, replaying moments, wondering how things could have been if I had been more present, more attentive, more expressive. I realize now how much I miss you, not in a superficial way, not just out of comfort or familiarity, but in a way that reaches deep within me. You matter to me in a way that feels profound and irreplaceable. I also recognize my mistakes. I recognize the moments where I should have stepped forward but stepped back instead, the times when I let you carry more than your share, the moments when I didn't express enough, give enough, or show up the way a partner should. I see now how much weight you carried, more than I realized at the time, and for that, I am truly sorry. I understand now that love is not just about feeling deeply, it's about showing up consistently, communicating honestly, and balancing the emotional load so neither person feels alone. Looking back, I know I wasn't always the partner you deserved. But I also know that growth is possible, that awareness leads to change, and that love, real love, means choosing to do better. And that is what I want moving forward, to be someone who shows up, someone who listens, someone who supports you the way you deserve. I want to build something with you that honors both of us, something rooted in mutual respect, honesty, effort, and love. No matter what has happened, no matter how much time has passed, I want you to know that you are still deeply important to me. My feelings have not faded, they have matured. And my heart, despite the silence and distance, still holds a place for you, a place filled with longing, hope, and a genuine desire to rebuild something meaningful with you.